Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to heaven and we're freaking coming back. So I'm just kidding, but not really, because we are done with Ethereal, our heaven planet in the final frontier. So this is the last episode with Ethereal, and we're going to be going there in this episode and surviving on it. So in this episode, I'm essentially teaching you guys how to survive, the necessities you're going to need, and then recommendations on what you might or should probably bring. So hopefully you're watching this video before you even go to the end. Only 10% of you guys are actually subscribed. Come on, guys, that's really low. Let's get our subscriber count up. Let's get that up to 20%. If you guys subscribe and you don't end up liking my content, you can always unsubscribe later, so be sure to subscribe. Anyway, let's get back to the video. And I can recommend bring netherite gear, or netherite pickaxe at least. Bring a netherite pickaxe, bring a ton of food, and bring a ton of coal, ender pearls, all that. I mean, get ender pearls in the end, but you're gonna get stranded in the end is essentially what I'm trying to say. So just bring as much stuff as you think you would need. So like food, netherite tools is extremely helpful. Otherwise, things are gonna take a lot of time. So I'm gonna dive into that as we go. So what you're gonna want to do is get a diamond pickaxe, because by this time you got back from Idaris already. You're getting ready. I still haven't fixed that. Oops. I think that's just a chunk issue. I don't think that has to do with me. But either way, so I'm assuming you already got back from Idaris. You learned your lesson on bringing a pickaxe if you didn't already, or if you're the type of person that brings pickaxes places, you'll know, okay, yeah, I brought a pickaxe to Idaris, I might as well on Ethereal. So just bring a pickaxe, otherwise you will get stranded. That's the most important thing to bring. A diamond pickaxe, really. Yeah, so bring a diamond pickaxe. I recommend a netherite pickaxe, though. Strongly recommended. Don't know why I have two of these, but yeah, so bring a netherite pickaxe. Bring some food, because the process to get food is very frustrating, but I will go over the process while I'm going and surviving. I bring some alloy furnaces and composers. Again, frustrating processes to obtain these things. Furnaces is kind of frustrating. It's fairly simple, though. I bring some buckets, because transferring fluids on this planet is going to be super important, like grabbing water and lava and making a base and stuff. Buckets are going to come in really freaking handy. And a stack of coal, just for smelting or any recipes that require coal. It's super helpful to have a stack of coal on you. So again, if you're already stranded and you don't have some of these things, don't worry. You can get by with a diamond pickaxe. If you don't even have that, go to Idaris. You can craft a diamond pickaxe on Idaris. Yeah, so let's go ahead and survive. These are my recommendations. If you're pretty slow at Minecraft, I mean in the nicest way, but like if you're not usually pretty quick with things, I'd recommend bringing some more fuel, just because the possibility of running out is it's possible that you run out of fuel, but it's unlikely. You pretty much have more than enough fuel to survive. Your fuel will pretty much last you like 4 hours. If you can't get off in 4 hours, you might start dying, so if you need a little assistance, I'd bring some more fuel with you. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop on into this thing. Again, you can find fuel in here, so your armor is there. So if you just want to find a second little structure here in the end, you can get more fuel, more premium at least, and that'll hold you over the edge of dying. So while that's going, I don't know if you guys can actually hear me over that, because my headphones aren't on. But I recommend grabbing the ender pearls all over the structure here, because you're going to need an ender pearl to get back. So you might as well just save yourself the hassle of the process of getting an ender pearl, which I'll go over while I'm surviving. But yeah, so we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and jump in, and I'm going to narrate over the survival, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. So 200 fuel points brings you to Ethereal, and then the atmospheric entry is unearthly slow. So I'm going to be narrating over this, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Alright, so this whole run through took me 80 minutes and 105 fuel points, so my helmet fuel level would have gone down to 95. However, I accidentally filled it up like halfway in between, so it went down by 105 fuel points, both my helmet and chest. So it took 80 minutes, went down 105 points, and with that, that's by going both for getting my portal back and making the spacesuit to get to the next planet. So the portal back will just take you back to the end, and that itself isn't as hard as making the spacesuit. The spacesuit takes like 67% of the time, maybe longer, because it requires a lot more resources than the portal to get back does. So one thing to keep in mind while you're surviving is your fuel levels. If your fuel is running probably a little uncomfortably low. Just rush getting back to the end, at least get some more fuel, and then come back here. Just because you don't want to get stranded. That's not what you want. So, if you are stranded and you have a diamond pickaxe, like I said, to bring, there is a way to kind of get by, like to get your crafting table. So to make sticks, you need 2 nephiadite, which is like a blue sand you can find on the bottom layer. You need 2 of that and 1 raw titanium, and that will get you 2 sticks. And then if you have 4 sticks, you can put them together in a crafting tablet in your inventory and make a plank. And then again, 4 planks can make yourself a crafting table. So if you need cobblestone, like vanilla cobblestone, put any cobbled variant of the stones here in the recipe book, or not the recipe book, the crafting grid, and we'll get you a vanilla cobblestone. If you need an organic composer, you need 6 cobbled nephiadite, which has a recipe of its own, and 2 buckets of water. So to get the cobbled nephiadite, you gather 4 regular nephiadite, throw them together in a crafting grid, and you get like nephiadite stone. It looks like polished. And then you mine the nephiadite stone and you get cobbled nephiadite. So you need 6 of those, so essentially 24 nephiadite to make a organic composer. To make an alloy smelter though, you need 6 regular vasium, like not the cobbled variant, so you need to throw it in a furnace. And you're going to need 2 iron and a blast furnace. And now to get an ender pearl, you're going to need 3 ender chunks, which to get ender chunks you're going to need to put end stone in an organic composer. So to get end stone here, since as you can see no end stone really spawns here, not even really, just no end stone spawns here, period. So in order to get it, what you need to do is you need to make Tyrium, which is an alloy of aluminum and magnesium, which you're going to need to make a lot of anyway just to get home. You need about 9 Tyrium to get home. You put Tyrium in the organic composer and it will give you endstone. Or no, I'm sorry, you smelt Tyrium and you'll get endstone. So 3 endstone can get you an ender pearl essentially. If you need food here, gather some cobbled zoyski on the middle layer. Put that in a furnace, you get regular zoyski. Put it in the organic composer and you get a log. Throw it back into the organic composer and you get a genetically modified organic. And then if you were to smelt that, you'd get a pit, which is food, and you can eat that, and that's pretty much like the same as chicken. And then if you throw the genetically modified organic instead of in the furnace, you put it back in the organic composer, you get coal. So pretty helpful way if you need fuel or if you need to craft the steel to get your armor. So there is like a way to get coal here. You can get everything you need as long as you have a diamond pickaxe. One thing I should mention is the Melanticos. If you have a diamond pickaxe and not netherite, which again, strongly recommend netherite, as you can see here, it's taking me forever to find all this netherite. It would take me double the amount of time if I had a diamond pickaxe, because when you mine it with a diamond pickaxe, it drops shards, and you need 2 shards in order to craft the Melanticos block, or the aetheryte block. Melanticos is essentially the ancient debris of aetheryte, so it's literally the same texture as ancient debris, it's just like inverted. So it's got a lot of parallels to netherite, except this one's used only for a spacesuit. I might add tools in the future, but I'm still debating on that. So yeah, if you want to craft your alloys, so the 3 alloys you're going to need here are steel, Ethereum, and Tyrium, and that's in the alloy smelter, which you got to put lava in, and lava you can find in the bottom layer. Same thing with water. Steel is iron and coal, Ethereum is iron and titanium, and then Tyrium is magnesium and aluminum. So to get home, you're going to need 9 Tyrium, you're going to need, if you have an ender pearl, 29 aluminum and 29 magnesium, and then 3 titanium. And the recipes for that I'll go over in a second. But if you don't have an ender pearl, you're going to need the extra resources to craft the endstone and like the 3 Tyrium to get the endstone and so on. So you're going to need 32 aluminum, 32 magnesium, and 3 titanium. So essentially you need 4 local energizers and then a ender pearl charger. So to craft the ender pearl charger, you're going to need 1 of the local energizers. So you need to craft 5 of what I'm about to say next. So to craft a local energizer, you need 4 aluminum, 4 magnesium, and 1 Tyrium. And again, you need 5 of those. And then you place 4 of them on the ground in like a plus sign shape. And then with the 5th one, you put it on the bottom slot, put an ender pearl in the middle slot. On the left, right, and up slots, like in the middle, you put 3 titanium ingots, and then in all the corners, you put 4 more Tyrium. And then that gets you your ender pearl charger, which you just slap in the middle of your other 4 local energizers, and then your way home is ready to go. So if you're running low on fuel, just hit that. block, and you'll be teleported home pretty quickly. Or not home, but back to the end. So you can at least have air and you won't get stranded. So if you're looking to make the spacesuit, though, you're going to need a lot more resources. So for the spacesuit, you're going to need 60 iron, 48 titanium, and 48 melanticos. So if you're just going for planet completion, the complete list of things you need is about 60 iron, 51 titanium, 48 melanticos, 32 aluminum, 32 magnesium, and then like probably 12 pieces of coal for crafting. But if you're not just crafting, then I would recommend bringing like a stack of coal or obtaining just a ton of coal because you need to smelt a lot of things. But if you're right next to a lava puddle, like I happen to be, as you'll see later on, it helps a lot for fuel. So I'd recommend just doing what I did. I think this is probably the best way to survive here. I'm sure that there is like a more efficient and better method. I'm anxious to see what you guys end up finding once I do release the mod. Again, this mod isn't released yet, so I keep talking about like, oh, if you're going to get stranded on here and stuff like that. The mod's not released yet. Once it's fully complete, I'll release it to the public. And I'll probably even... I'm not going to say that yet. But yeah, so here I'm collecting Zoyski because Zoyski is going to be completely necessary if you need food or coal. Essentially, Zoyski makes logs, which in the Organic Composer is extremely necessary for a lot of stuff. So yeah, aluminum is found in the bottom layer here, which is what I'm mining right now. Magnesium was on the middle layer, which is where I was before mining. So at this point, it took me 45 minutes to find all the melanticos, and now I'm spending an additional probably 20-ish minutes finding the magnesium and aluminum necessary to get by. So after this, I spend a pretty long time looking for lava. I forgot how long it was. It was probably 20 minutes just flying around looking for lava. And then eventually I found it and set up a base, so I'll let you guys watch the rest of this. To make the armor to get back, it's 12 aetherite ingots, which is a similar crafting recipe to netherite ingot, except instead of gold it uses Ethereum, and then instead of netherite scraps it uses aetherite scraps. So you'll see me craft that here. I actually had to go through a couple times and change the coding of the game, not the coding, but like the MCreator itself, because it was accidentally raining here. Melanticos was like flying off into the void whenever I mined it, so I cut and quickly had to change the MCreator a little bit. So here I am looking for lava, and I even ran into an issue where my alloy recipes weren't right, so I had to go and fix those and like refund myself the lost material. And then I ended up needing more titanium anyway, so I flew back to the surface to grab, or the top layer to grab more titanium. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that happened here, so I guess enjoy the rest of the time-lapse here. Hopefully it's not too dry. It's pretty much only another minute long, so enjoy. Alright, and so that's it with a couple holdups because the recipe was wrong and I don't know why it was wrong. With a couple holdups, it turns out we were able to do it in about an hour and a half, meaning usually speaking it'll take 2 hours. I went down to, I think it got to 100 fuel points, plus like the 15 I filled up before. It's actually, I think I was around 190 when I filled it up by accident without like thinking. So I was probably at about 90 overall. So it spent 110 fuel points for that. So you should be fine if you work even a little slower than me. You still should be fine. So it takes about an hour and a half. I probably expect it would take someone who hasn't played before probably 3 hours. So for them, I would recommend bringing more fuel. However, if you were to just fully skip the getting the armor part and just go straight to getting home, it should be pretty quick because you really don't even need to go to the top layer that much. Maybe just get one patch of titanium, hop down to the second 2 layers, grab all the aluminum and magnesium you need, and you should be pretty good to go. But yeah, without any aid, if you just had a diamond pickaxe and you were to just grind all the way from there, this would probably take you a good 4 or 5 hours. So I highly recommend bringing the things I listed at the beginning of the video. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment, share, subscribe, favorite, and all that good stuff. And again, subscribe, get more content. You know, it's a deal of a lifetime right there. Please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the coffee. Peace out.